This is my TBR pile. This is a very interesting pile, so I wanted to share it with you. The first is my current read, which is East of Eden. Honestly, the reason I bought this is just because I saw that there's a show coming out soon about the same thing and it just looked intriguing. So I wanted to read the book before I go watch the show. And so far it's pretty dark, but I am hooked. Now comes the list of books I haven't read yet. The first one is The Bell Jar. I've been seeing so much about this. It is a classic and I am really curious to read it and experience it, although I know it's going to leave me depressed. The next one is a non-fiction book. It's called The Man Who Mistook His Wife for a Hat. It's a quirky title, but it's essentially case studies of people who have various neurological disorders and how they struggle to adapt to the world. The third is another non-fiction book called Women Who Ruled India. Female history is severely lacking in our educational system. So whenever I see books about women in history, queens, historical figures who are women, I always like to pick it up and educate myself. Next, we have another history book by an author I really enjoy. It's Manu Pillai's Gods, Guns and Missionaries. And it says, The Making of the Modern Hindu Identity. That sounds like it's going to be an interesting read. Then we have Why Women Have Better Sex Under Socialism. And the fundamental premise is that capitalism is not built for women and it's actively working against us. But I really don't know more than that until I read this, obviously. But once I do, I will share what I learned with you. The next one is another Instagram-inspired read. It is I Am Legend. You guys might know the movie featuring Will Smith, but apparently the book has a different ending and it completely changes the entire premise of the plot. So that piqued my curiosity and it's now on my list. Next up, we have The Feminine Mystique. This was actually mentioned in the introduction of East of Eden. I have no other context, I just picked it up. The next one is another classic, Of Mice and Men, by the same author as East of Eden, John Steinbeck. It's one of those classics that everyone talks about that I haven't read yet. So for educational purposes, I've added it to the list, but I also think this one is going to depress me. The next one is another Instagram recommendation. I found it on a list for people who enjoyed the Hail Mary movie, which I really loved. And it's a quirky series featuring Dungeon Crawler Carl. I just thought it would be fun to try, so I bought it. The last book is the most mysterious, and I picked this up entirely on the recommendation of another bookstagrammer, and it's called Ship of Theseus. Now what's interesting is that the book itself is structured like the thought experiment of the Ship of Theseus. If you don't know about it, Google it, because I feel like I don't have enough time to tell you about it now. It doesn't work like your typical fiction novel. So that's my reading list right now. I'm really excited to get through all of these books, and if you've read any of them, tell me what you thought in the comments.